I don't know what you're sawing in that closet.
It's my mouse. I need to log into Reddit.
Log
I
in.
forgot it wasn't logged in. Yeah, what do you mean log in? People do that
What do
still.
you mean log in? It's are
What?
they saved to your account?
What? What are you asking?
Why are you logging into? I'm not logged into Reddit because I don't need to be logged into Reddit.
What do you do to save things?
Bookmark them like anybody who fucking knows how to use a computer. You know,
No, I just
bookmark.
save
There's
them.
that star. You click the star. You can organize them if you want.
Yeah, no, I just save them. Bookmarking would give me so many bookmarks. You still there, or are you just
Yeah,
ignoring me? Because you think I'm
here.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a rebuttal. The thing you said was stupid and wrong. Why would I argue with that?
Fair enough.
All right, I do have a couple things to talk about. First, last week I was editing the last week's episode, and I got to the part where I walked away and I didn't hear what you said until I was editing it. But you did mention a thing about a spider leg caught in a web and how that's silly. It's not. It's a real thing.
Is it really?
Spiders' legs. Yeah, spiders. Okay, so webbing. When a spider's walking on web, it's walking on the non-sticky parts. There's two types of webbing. There's the sticky bit and then the sensory bit. The sensory bit is like long thread that like is super sensitive to like movement and vibrations. That's what alerts the spider that there's
Okay, so
activity.
that's like the web hair that when you're like walking down the street and suddenly you have this long fucking spider web thing attached to you. That's that.
Yeah, it's like it's like spider silk. Because the sticky bit probably wouldn't be a long thing. Like it would just crumble up, like crumple in the wind as it is. Because it is very small and sticky. Yeah, spiders can get stuck.
I did not fucking know this.
Yeah, I'm like listening to the episode because I'm like I fucking walked away when you were like on your bullshit and you're like Daddy Long like spider stuck in web and I'm like yeah idiot
Wow.
yeah
I could have learned something last week,
well
and
you're learning it
instead I'm
this week.
learning it this week.
Also, more importantly, I'm pretty sure we watched Paris Hit and Run the other day.
What?
You know Paris. She's a friend of ours.
Oh my god. I thought you were going to be like Paris Hilton. And I was like, what
No.
the I was like, is this a movie? Like what? Are you
No,
fucking
okay, so
joking?
no, we go to Winco and we're driving in one of the dumb aisle things and I'm pretty sure I see Paris and I'm like, is that Paris? And Brittany's like, I can't tell. I can't see her nails, which is
Valid.
true. Yeah.
Fair.
But we park and we get out and we're walking towards Winco and it's one of those things like, you know, like she's already leaving, so she probably wouldn't see us, but like, you know, I'll definitely like wave if I see her. But we walk and she like pulls out of the parking space and drives away. And what remains in that parking space is a person on the ground and paramedics are on their way.
No fucking way.
This is true 100%.
You're fucking with me.
I'm not fucking Brittany, back me up. I almost texted you when it happened, and I'm like, that's gonna be way funnier on the episode.
Why didn't you text Paris? I want to text her now and be like, did you hit somebody with your car?
I don't have her number. She was already in the recovery pose, but like, it's definitely like it was definitely like he was in the recovery pose, and there was already people there. Hence why the firefighters were already on their way. But it's just
Okay.
funny where Paris is like, damn, and then just drives away.
Okay, but was it like she hit the person or she just drove daintily past this human in danger or in need of
It
help?
was like it was in the between spot, in the corner between spot between like four cars, but closest to her car.
What the fuck? I'm going to text her about this right now.
Please do.
I hope she responds before the end of the episode.
I want to get live updates.
Yeah.
Just say, Gamage saw you hit a person at Winco. But yeah, we were pulling in and like she was like loading up groceries into her car and I'm like, oh hey, it's Paris. And then like we get out and she like pulls out of her parking spot and then there's just a dude on the ground like dying.
What the fuck? I said, Gamage saw you hit a person at Winco. You want to talk about it? She sent back a fuck ton of laughter. He goes, shut the fuck up. She's typing. She said the person on the floor next to my car, right? No, the other person on the floor next to your car.
Do I need to be specific?
Hold on.
Yeah, tell her that I saw her, but like before I could wave, she just.
All right, hold on. I said, no, the other person on the floor next to your car. I didn't know I needed to be specific. Gamage said he saw you, but before he could wave you Irish goodbye to dead body. Oh, fuck. She's formulating a response. I'm going to send this to her court hearing.
Good. I mean, I'm sure it was like, I don't know, known, given the area, probably like an OD or an old person just
collapse
passing over the Bifrost, whatever.
Oh my God, that's so fucking funny. Man, she's really typing a story right now. It's still going.
Good. I want an explanation.
I fucking can't wait.
I'm so glad I sat on this.
I am too. I'm really glad you sat on this. I'm on the edge of my seat for her response. She was typing a lot and then the bubbles disappeared. Nothing's come through. Maybe her lawyer told her not to talk about it.
That's what I call the Gamage goodbye.
When you just type back to somebody and they can see it and then you delete it.
Yes, but that's also like how I've been like commenting on Reddit, or like when I'm ever in an argument with somebody online, is I'll type out a response and then I'll just immediately go, oh wait, I don't fucking care, and I'll just delete it and leave and have a healthy life.
Yeah, valid. I asked her if her silence is admitting guilt.
Good.
Have I ever told you what I decided is the Scottish goodbye?
Yes, in one of the previous episodes where we were actually talking about the goodbyes.
Okay, good. To recap, it's when you very loudly make a scene while leaving, but still don't tell anybody goodbye. So it's very obvious that you're gone, but you did not ask. You did not inquire with anybody or talk to them or give respects in your departure. No, she's typing again. We can circle back at the end of the episode, maybe. I want the full story to be in. I don't know if you want to wait.
I could wait. I've got nothing going on today.
Oh God, wait! She sent me an audio file.
Oh my God!
Hold on.
All right, listen to it. We won't include it in the episode, obviously.
I'm gonna play it out loud. I'm gonna try to do it close to the mic.
I'll make sure to cut it out. So much right now. So he saw you before. Quick. I'm sorry, I just got this fucking message. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what happened was, it was crazy. So Eddie and I met up to go grocery shopping because he was off that day and I worked. So we met up in Eureka together at Winco to go, and I got there first, so I had parked. And coincidentally, like, when he got a parking spot at Winco, he got the one right across from me. So we're coming out, whatever, we're finished up, and... sorry, that's Maya. And fucking, there's just this lady on the floor between both of our cars. And we're just like... It's so fucking awkward loading groceries. And it was just absolutely insane. And so... I'm, like, sitting there thinking, like, Eddie is just, like, cracking jokes. It was terrible. And so I'm, like, trying not to laugh because then there's just this person between both of our cars, too, just standing there, like, watching what's going on. And then, like, more Winco employees come and they're, like, standing kind of, like, around my car and I'm trying to get out because I'm, like, fuck, like, something is going to come right now, like an ambulance, a fire truck, or something. And I was like, I need to get out of here before I get fucking blocked in. So I'm, like, trying to get out and, like, there's so many people like around and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay. And I end up getting out. It was fine. And everybody else is just standing around being fucking nosy. But I was like, I don't want to stand here to see what happens with the lady. Because she was literally refusing help, too, on top of that. They were like, she was just on the floor throwing up. Like, the guy said she fell against the car and, like, hit her head. The car next to me. She fell against it and hit her head, fell to the floor. And then she was refusing help. And she was literally, like, just throwing up and like choking on it on the floor, and the guy's like trying to help her, and then as I pull out like and get out, the fire truck's like coming in and everything like that, and I left. So that was that.
Oh, that's gold. Yeah,
Oh,
I thought I saw Eddie and her kid because she was like talking to him, but then they like left in different cars, and I'm like, oh, well, is that maybe just another bystander?
I
And
just
no,
love that Paris's concern was not being trapped in her parking spot.
No, I mean, I get it. Like,
I don't want to be trapped in this fucking purgatory any longer. Please release me, madam.
yeah, I kind of want to use that audio.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her. Yeah.
Just tell her like we recorded that on the like while we're recording the podcast and listen to it. So sorry, it's done. She could have just sent a text, but she had to fucking be extra.
I want you to know we recorded your voice memo because Gamage and I are podcasting right now. Oh fuck, that's so fucking funny. Jesus Christ.
It's a fantastic start.
Let's hold on. I really need us to immortalize fact checker's comment. They sandwiched the bitch regarding them parking head to head with her in the middle. Oh, fuck. Go Paris. I love Paris. She's always entertaining in one way, shape, or form. Welcome to We Have That Podcast at Home, the only podcast to constantly disappoint Gamage with how little Rachel knows about the world. I'm on-brand Rachel.
I'm on-brand Gamage. I don't know what that was referencing, but
The spider legs.
Oh yeah, and also the basic trivia that you failed a lot.
Yeah, literally everything, Gamage. What?
Each week we spin a wheel to figure out what the next week's episode is. Last week we spun and hit up comedy, so we fucking did nothing. I didn't do any prep. I'm like, I got a bunch of things saved, no stupid questions. Those are always fun.
I spent 5 minutes
I'm so
saving
busy
things.
playing video games and waiting to play new video games. I've got new updates today, and I just need to get through this episode to play them. So let's fucking do it.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's start off hot. When at a swingers party, is it rude not to have sex with the hosts?
Okay, hold on. Let's define a swingers party first. We got to take this step by step. So I guess no. A swingers party is just like, is that everybody fucking each other, or are you just like trading around? Because like a key party is like you pick up the keys and then you take that person's husband or wife home, depending on who drove.
Yeah,
but yeah, like if everybody's fucking.
A key party would be different than a swinger party. All key parties are swinger parties, but not all swinger parties are key parties.
Yes.
Additionally, I do think that a swinger party is kind of like no pressure, but an orgy, which is what Fact Checker said, which is what I was getting to, that's like if you're not in, you're out kind of thing. And I feel like not all swinger parties are going to be orgies. Sometimes they could just be like intimate brunches with people who know how each other taste. I don't know.
I feel like this goes back to what you just said of not all orgies or not all swinger parties are orgies, but all orgies are swinger parties. I guess that's not true because you have to be dating somebody, right?
Yes. Yeah. Swingers
yeah,
are like
so it's not necessarily true. I love we go to brunch and everybody just knows how the other person tastes.
My partner and I recently learned some very close friends swing. They are hosting a gathering with around 6 to 7 other couples in a few weeks for New Year's. We are new to the open relationship world and have done stuff on our own, but never with anyone we know this close. Would it be rude if we didn't have sex with the hosts yet? I don't think it'd be rude at all, because like,
wait, what are the house rules?
It doesn't say, but I do think that like if it's people that you personally know, that is crossing a boundary that you would not be able to rescind at a later point. So you have to make sure that you're ready and up for it.
Yeah, you have to decide if that's something you want to do. If you want to fuck their friends, different, because you don't necessarily have to see them all the time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's also the same concept of, like, if somebody comes up to me and asks me on a date, do I have to fuck them? No.
Yeah.
No, you don't. If you want to, go for it. But you don't have to.
Yeah, that's the thing with swinger parties is that, like, you're getting to know everybody. It's becoming, like, this big polycule conglomerate, sort of. That's why most American families just stick to the truck stop glory hole. It's way simpler, and you don't have to see the other person ever.
Yeah, literally, because all you see is penis. That's it.
Yeah, damn, we're off to a great start. Your question.
I don't know we should have, that's it. That's where we're ending.
Yeah, you don't have to. There you go.
All right. I accidentally swallowed a live German cockroach in my last drink from a can of alcoholic beverage. Wild sentence, both in grammatical order and like everything the fuck else.
I'll save you some time. You're safe. You're fine. It's a cockroach, and the alcohol fucking annihilated any sort of germ. You're good.
They want to know how long it would live inside of them.
Oh, with alcohol, not very long at all.
You don't think so?
No.
They have multiple updates of it's them being like, update, I think it's dead. Update 2, no, I feel like it's gonna crawl back out. Update 3, no, I'm pretty sure it can't crawl back out. Update 4, I feel like it's gonna crawl back out. It's like they're like mental spiral about drinking a fucking cockroach.
It's some hypochondriac shit of like, I don't know what led you to drink a cockroach and alcohol, but like you're spiraling now.
Update 4, I'm alive. My throat feels normal. I haven't exploded a colony of tiny roaches yet.
I mean, it's just like, have you ever eaten like a chicken nugget and then it's digested and gone? It's like that, man.
Yeah, dude, like
eating cockroaches is like chicken nuggets.
If you eat bugs, they're gonna die in there.
Yeah, they'll die and then get digested. That's your body on food.
I feel like the issue is we've created this reality through, media where Pinocchio gets swallowed by a whale and, other creatures get swallowed, and then they're shown as standing on like an island in a sea of stomach acid. And it's just not the reality of the situation.
It's not.
It's most likely, fact checker just posted, it's most likely to be dead within a short amount of time. What's that time?
I don't know. Like
okay,
10 minutes?
Hold on. While some bugs can survive ingestion, cockroaches are not among them. Who the fuck can survive being ingested? I don't like that.
Like tapeworms?
Oh, okay, that's fair. I guess they're considered bugs. Valid.
I bug adjacent.
Or parasite?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
they're more of like microorganism.
I feel like some bugs are considered parasites though. So it's like, where do we draw the line on when you're just a bug and when you're just a parasite? Or is it like a subclass? I have a lot of questions for entomologists.
Well, I will ask you save that for when we have one on the show.
Okay.
Make sure to write it down, please. Write it down.
I wrote down entomology with no context.
All right. While you're writing that down, I'll write down, find a new best friend and host. There we go. Okay. Next question.
Okay. Am I the best friend, or are you just rubbing it in that we're also not best friends?
No, it's something else I need to do. Like when you're like, I need to go to the bank and also the grocery store. Same thing.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, bold statement. I never agreed to this.
Is the average American really struggling with money? Yes. Next question.
Done. How do so many people just not drink water?
That's a good question.
Actually,
Really
don't
quickly
fucking
to go
understand
back
this.
to mine is that yes, people are struggling with money. I don't know why you think they don't. Even when you make a lot of money, the country's just getting more expensive every day. Gas is not $1.69. It's like fucking $6 everywhere you look. As for the water thing, yeah, people aren't drinking water. I think we're getting to the point where more people are drinking water now because drinking water, like reminding your friends to drink water, has become kind of synonymous with like a hey, how are you doing today? It's so casual and brought up constantly.
Well, and it's also become like the hip cool thing is like,
Yeah.
drink water, don't drink too much. All these, nice taking care of yourself things have become the social norm.
Yeah, wellness.
I do need to discuss. There's a human being that I know who, like, up until last year, just like Mountain Dew. That's it.
I met a lot of people like that too. Are they young?
No.
Ugh.
He's like almost 50 and just been surviving on Mountain Dew and cigarettes and hate for years.
Yeah. Oh, so
He's not actually that hateful. That's a terrible description of him.
you
quite
like
nice.
so it's not like you're getting zero hydration from Mountain Dew. You are though the sugar and caffeine are like really wrecking you. In fact, the caffeine's working negatively against the hydration. But like there's other ways you get hydrated too, like just
a turtle soaking in water.
brushing your teeth. I mean, if your diet is Mountain Dew, you're probably also not brushing your teeth.
I just okay, this man drinks professionally.
Mountain Dew or
No, all of the above. I just can't imagine getting fucked up and waking up the next morning and chugging a Mountain Dew. Like, that just sounds so ungodly horrific. Or going on a hike and being like, Mountain Dew's it. That's what I want.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible.
I used to be able to do that when I was a teenager, and like your body's like immortal and like constantly stacking cells on top of each other, and you could like heal a broken bone in an afternoon. Like that shit is easy when you're a teenager, but like thinking about it now, like I can't even drink a full Mountain Dew and sit in one spot for the day. No, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, just
let
awful.
alone hiking. But there are other ways you can hydrate, like showering. You're getting a little bit of hydration, though not enough. You should be just drinking water in general. Does this person have a lot of kidney stones? Because I bet he do.
Not that we've discussed, but I can imagine, yes.
Yeah, everybody I know that drinks more Mountain Dew than water all have kidney stones.
I think he might just be a kidney stone at this point. Like,
I mean, that's
just
all you
one
can do.
very
Like,
large kidney stone.
Yeah, he's like reached the threshold of like he has too many kidney stones, so he may as well just keep going and going, see how far science can take him.
I wonder if a human being compared to Earth's size is the size of a kidney stone. You know what I mean?
Like, you think a human being is a kidney stone to Earth?
Yeah, like size ratio.
I feel like it's got to be. I feel like a person would have to be way bigger to be considered a kidney stone, because at this point, like a human being, their own size on this planet is like less than a grain of sand, and a lot of the times we're peeing out like all kinds of like little tiny grains of mineral. And it's only when like they start to clump together and they start to calcify does it become a problem.
So fact checkers
we
suggested
get rid of a lot of
elephant.
things in our pee.
Yeah, we do. And crying. You ever seen a teardrop under microscope? That shit looks wild.
Oh, really? That sounds... I kind of want to look at that now.
It's actually really wicked cool. Google it. Because the different, when you cry, you release different hormones out of your tear ducts. And so, like, the different hormones create different, like, little crystalline shapes.
All right, Rachel. Can other people smell your privates when you're fully dressed?
If you don't fucking shower.
Yeah, on here, a female friend once crossed her legs while she was wearing a skirt and underwear, and then she exclaimed, "Whew, sorry if you could smell my pussy." That's a friend. I would be mortified if other people were huffing my parts and I didn't even know, but now I need to know. I don't smell my friend's bits, but my nose is not very sensitive. If you're showering regularly, probably not. unless there's something really wrong with you. Like, I know that, like, there's been moments in my life where, like, if I miss a day of a shower, then, like, you definitely, like, you can smell the changes on your body and you're like, oh my God, everybody must smell you. Probably not. You're probably fine. And it's just like your own chemistry changes that you're picking up on.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like one of those things where if, like, you can smell yourself before most other people can smell you. So.
What?
You're saying that you're, like, picking up on different chemical changes. I'm saying usually when that happens, you can smell yourself before other people can smell you, like, just generally.
Oh, yes.
Because you're aware of, like, what you smell like normally, and you're also the most adjacent to yourself. So, like, you become aware of when you have BO or crotch funk, generally speaking, faster than other people.
And on that note, the inverse is also true, where if you regularly have BO or smell awful, you don't pick up on it because you're used to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, fact checker, we had some smelly kids in theater, but also I have a sensitive nose. Well, they were theater kids, so they for sure smelled bad.
I did not ever know theater kids that smelled bad. That's fucking weird.
Did you know any theater kids?
Yes, I did. Like, a lot. They were kind of the popular kids, though. So, no funk
what
to
is,
be found.
What is that? Like, in a post-Glee world, theater kids were cool all of a sudden.
Yep, I can't even, like, argue that because most of our theater productions was, like, our choir was a show choir, and they were the most well-funded group on our campus. So they did big-ass fucking productions. I don't think I ever knew really smelly kids. Except for, like, in elementary school, there was definitely a kid that just smelled like butthole all the time.
Yeah.
But, like, once I hit, like, middle school, high school, no.
There are definitely some, like, poor, like, we had a Kenny in some of my classes where it's just, like, the poor kid that's known for being poor and smelling bad. Like, we had that.
Oh, fuck, you know what? I did know a theater kid that smelled bad. You said, well, okay, here's the thing. That whole, like, concept of, you reminded me of, I knew somebody whose family were hoarders. So, like, she always had, like, a funk, and then she invited me to her house one day, and I was like, I get it now. I understand. Like, nothing in your house is clean. There's literally no way for you to smell clean.
Yeah.
Like, I understand what's happening.
And Fact Checker did point out that if they have a mullet or rat tail, then they smell. And yeah, that's just because if you have that, you're already dirty. That's mean. Mullets and rat tails are in again, and that's good for you. It's weird. Like, mullets and mustaches are, like, big.
Oh, they
now
made such a comeback. I do think a rat tail's still bad.
Yeah, I mean, but, like, growing up, like, a rat tail and a mullet and or a mustache were, like, a red flag for a person. Like, that person is probably creepy, and
such
you shouldn't
a
go near
big
them.
red flag.
But now it's like, that's just what the cool guys and cool girls just have now.
Yeah. I do still think, so mullets and mustaches I think are kosher. I think rat tails still come off hit or miss.
They're
definitely
think so too,
not as questionable as they once were. How much do you think Star Wars affected the rat tail game? Like, when it was just thinking about that.
I was literally thinking how to bring up, like, the Padawan rat tail of, like, you just have, like, this weird fucking side braid.
Also, what the fuck is the point of that? Why were the Jedi like, hey, this is our form of hazing. You're going to have a weird little dread. Enjoy.
We're going to ask that you cut your hair short, but then also have a weird...
Your weird, like, little rat tail that you kind of wash.
A tiny braid. I don't know. I just don't know.
I think they were bullying them.
Maybe it's like some kind of symbolism where it's just like, oh, this is your connection to the Force, and by caring for it will teach you how to backflip with lightsabers. I don't know. Do
you think it's like they don't get to cut it until they upgrade? No, because he's still...
Because, I mean, like, they all have it, but then all of a sudden, like, they have long, luscious, luxurious hair.
Yeah, I don't
every
time.
I don't...
I need to look up the lore of a Star Wars rat tail now.
Great. By all means, later.
Yeah, no, not right now. This is a future deep dive for me. Hey, Gamage.
Yes, Rachel.
Do butt plugs let farts pass? If so, does it make a super loud screeching noise like when a balloon rapidly deflates?
I'm mad because I had that one on my phone. That was 2 weeks ago. How on earth did you...
Because it was good. What?
So, obviously they do. Have you ever, like, farted around poop? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can get one of those ones that's like a kazoo, and therefore every time you poop, it, like, makes noises and music.
I want people to have butt plugs with kazoos inside. This is our legacy. I'm making a sex toy company. We'll have lots of good items, and then we'll have kazoo butt plugs. They'll be like, wow, their dildo game.
We'll have lots of good items, of course.
Their dildo game's really strong, and their butt plugs are great, but every time I fart, it sounds like a child's birthday.
It's like the beginning to a Carly Rae Jepsen song. I don't know what this is. That's mean. She's great.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, if you've got like the silencer hemorrhoids, like, you know what I'm talking about, where it's like it gets super like puffy, then your farts sound squeakier at that point and like sharper. So I would imagine it would make a loud screeching noise.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that makes sense. I would love to hear that.
A blooming hemorrhoid fart?
Yeah, like a balloon deflating hemorrhoid fart.
No, not ballooning. Ballooning works, but I'm talking blooming, like a flower blooming. It paints a broader picture.
No, I'm saying a balloon deflating hemorrhoid fart.
Oh, yes.
From a blooming hemorrhoid.
Yeah, see, there. Thank you, fact checker. The rectoflute. I knew that was a thing.
The rectoflute. Oh, fuck. Ooh, I like the ones that have those little party things where like it folds out and goes... Oh, it's so good.
I would not trust that.
Oh my god, ergonomic, easy entry shape for your butthole kazoo.
The ball gag one? It's just a ball gag with kazoos attached to it.
Yeah, there's not even like a hole on the other side.
It's weird because like ball gag just supposed to be a kink thing, and now all of a sudden like your a gimp is like making noises. I don't get it.
Maybe it's a humiliation kink, so they ball gag them and then they make kazoo sounds.
I guess. I don't know. So many kinks just go over my head. I eat sugar, nipples go hard. It's not really a question, but...
I like the spirit of it, though.
So for years, like the past 20 years, if I eat anything with significant amount of sugar in it, like cookies or cake, my nipple will go hard. Just nipple?
Just
then
the
if
left
I decide
one?
it... Then if I decide I wanted second, my face will tingle and numb feeling. No, I don't feel aroused by the food, but I just avoid sugar now due to it. Why does this happen? That kind of feels like diabetes off the dome.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like you should not be consuming sugar. I'm concerned for your health, and a doctor needs to assess this. Fact checker says Google says the same. It's a health issue, not arousal. Maybe it's an arousing health issue. Why can't it be both?
Yeah. What if having debilitating health conditions is erotic to you?
Yeah, don't kink shame. What if my kink is giving myself diabetes?
Yeah. What if gout toe gives me erections? It could be a thing.
I love leprosy. I needed to get it off my chest.
I'm not cutting that silent time of you fucking just like thinking of something to say.
I really was hoping. Well, I was going to say I love cancer patients, and I was like, that one's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
So I love leprosy is what I went with. It's okay. My mom was a cancer patient. I can say it. Why is every restaurant's secret sauce always just some variation of Thousand Island dressing?
I mean, more specifically, it's mayonnaise plus extra stuff, because Thousand Island is just mayonnaise with, I don't know, herbs and spices. But yeah, it's
fucking upsetting, though.
Because mayonnaise is like neutral and fatty, and therefore any addition to it, whether sweet or savory, is just enhanced.
Yeah. Which, like, I get the premise, but it is crazy.
Mayonnaise with islands. Thank you, fact checker. That's stupid. And no.
It is just crazy that every single place is like, here's our secret sauce. And it's literally just that.
I mean,
it's not
like,
that secret.
I think that's specifically talking about the Big Mac. Because, like, I've never gone to a place where it's just like secret sauce and it's just Thousand Island dressing. I can't think of any other place other than McDonald's that does that.
I think literally Islands did it.
Literally Islands did Thousand Islands?
Yeah,
Shut up. No.
Yes. The restaurant Islands.
The restaurant Islands? This isn't a bit. You're just...
I'm dead serious. There is a restaurant that was called Islands, and I'm pretty sure they had a secret island sauce, and it was just fucking Thousand Island dressing.
That feels like, what can I get away with?
It was at least
Islands.
more clever. They were like, we found our niche, and it's island sauce.
Fact checker says all of Chick-fil-A, but no, Chick-fil-A's secret sauce is like a barbecue mayonnaise. It's not Thousand Island at all.
I'm pretty
You
sure...
wouldn't know because you've never had it.
I'm pretty sure the person that created our burger sauce at work just copied the McDonald's Big Mac sauce, and I was like, this is such a dumb fucking thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like fry sauce in general, like mayonnaise, ketchup, and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, some garlic,
Some paprika.
salt, some paprika. Yeah, just fucking gets it good. A tiny bit of mustard. You don't want to go too much on that.
Just a smidgen.
Yeah, just a smidgen. Are you, fact checker, are you giving me the history of Thousand Islands? Because I don't care. God, you're like Clippy now. We need to talk, fact checker.
we need to set up a year in review meeting and talk about your performance.
Like, now I'm just like minding my own business, and you're just like, looks like you need some help. Thousand Islands came. Whoa.
It just writes the essay for you now.
Because you get mad when waiting for me to look shit up on my phone. That's fair, yeah.
No, you're doing a great job. Don't let Gamage put you down. He's just a bitch.
Yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, extra damned if you don't. Double damned, don't. Don't, double damned.
Only a little bit damned if do. Double damned if don't.
Do, dim damn. Don't, double damn.
I like how at least like once an episode it sounds like you're having a stroke.
I'm always having a stroke. I just have medical moments of not having a stroke, you know?
Brief instances in time where I get a break from my life that is a stroke.
All right. Why is it frowned upon to put sauce on steak?
Because if you're eating a good fucking steak, you also shouldn't be... And here's the thing. People don't put sauce on their steak if it's not fucking like medium well. It's not a very common thing to do. But if you fucking nuke the shit out of your steak, yeah, put sauce on it because it sucks ass.
You're right. But also, some people just like having sauce on their steak. Like me, I love A1. I sometimes secretly hope that my steak sucks so that I can put A1 on it.
That's fucking crazy.
But now, mind you, I don't like douse the fucker in ketchup. I get like a tiny thing of A1 and then I just dip a corner into it. It's like soy sauce with sushi, you know? You don't want to go too much. You don't want to be like putting a big soy sauce lump in your mouth. Yum. No, it's supposed to enhance it.
Okay, look, I'll accept that. How do you order your steak?
Medium rare, of course.
All right. That's all. That's the only hill I'm going to die on.
If the steak comes with some sort of like, I forget what the word is, but like some sort of like compound butter, then it doesn't need sauce.
Okay,
like,
all right, hold on.
I won't do it.
What are we defining as sauce for our steak? Because like butter on a steak I wouldn't call sauce, but there's like gravies that people put on steaks. There are other sort of...
like wine reductions and shit.
Yeah, and I think that's when you start delving into a sauce.
Like hollandaise on like your asparagus and steak, I feel like that's fine.
Yeah.
I honestly would rather have hollandaise on something else. I don't really like hollandaise on my steak. But
Same.
I think they're more talking about table sauce, like a bottle of A1 and or ketchup being there.
Okay.
I would never put ketchup on my steak ever. Ketchup is for chicken.
Yeah, that... If you eat ketchup and steak, more power to you, but also go die in a hole.
My grandpa, when I was little, ate steak with A1, and I remember liking that. That might be like a core memory that I have, which is why
It stuck with you.
Yeah.
I
Like,
have
honestly, I just like A1. I like the vinegary tomato, like peppery base. It's fantastic. I wish I had more things to use it on, but steak is really it, you know?
I have no love for A1. It is a nothing item for me. I like don't have a distaste for it, but I don't have a like for it either. I like how Fact Checker says I didn't eat it until you shoved it in our fridge. Why the word shoved?
I don't know.
Such an unceremonious choice of verbiage.
Because everything in Brittany's life is violent, so she has to color it up like it's violent.
Well, she married you, so it probably is.
Are you saying I'm violent all of a sudden?
Yeah.
You're right. A1 is a condiment, not a sauce.
He violently puts things away in our fridge. Well, Fact Checker said it. It's a fact.
Meat by itself doesn't have much flavor, in my opinion. Nobody cares about putting sauce or spicing up any other meat, but putting sauce or even more than light seasoning is seen as ruining the steak. Why is this? I'm reading the full question now.
Got it. I also misunderstood a sentence, but I'm good now.
Yeah, meat does have a flavor. That if you get a shitty cut, then yeah, it's gonna taste not good. But you want to look for marbling. Marbling is like the fat gives it the flavor. But also, you should be seasoning it with like salt and pepper at least as well.
Yeah, if you get an exceptional cut of steak, you can stick with just salt and pepper. The lower you go on the steak totem pole, the more shit you need to add, like garlic, butter, red wine, and you gotta like doctor it up significantly more. You can do that to a nice steak. It's just not nearly as necessary because it carries itself.
Yeah. I completely agree. But also, we've been over this. Don't let meat snobs bring you down. Make it however you want. Eat it how you want. Just don't get like a Wagyu fucking steak and then make a YouTube video of you just like grinding it up and making like a subpar burger out of it. Like, we don't care.
Look, I have a lot of food opinions. Ultimately, I'm not your taste buds, so you can do whatever the fuck you want. But I'm gonna keep my fancy food opinions.
Yeah, we're in a post-COVID world. Everybody's taste buds are fucking upside down now. So if you find something you like, yum, do it. Go for it.
Yeah, man, if it floats your boat, cool. Just don't look at me while you do it.
It is true though. Like, there's more steak snobs about like no sauces, but then like gravy on chicken, maple syrup on chicken even, and then like barbecue sauce on ribs. Like it's just steak. That's the fucking line for these people.
Here's the thing. I think with other meats, we broke the cultural barrier of doing fucked up shit to our meat so long ago that it's become like, oh God, all right, but you're not truly judging it. Whereas with steak, it's still in its like experimental phase. So people are hardcore judging it. And 100 years from now, somebody's going to put maple syrup on a steak and just be like, why? Why, Dennis? And then move on.
I've already seen it. Like there's an outrage video. It's just bait where people like, let me cook this thing really badly so that people get mad and comment on it. But they like take an A5 Wagyu steak and then fucking cook it in maple syrup, and it looks just awful.
Yeah.
But maple syrup works on chicken though. It genuinely does. You wouldn't know because you don't gluten. But yeah, like the
maple syrup doesn't have gluten. What the fuck? Or are you talking about like a fried chicken? Okay.
Yeah, fried chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles is a thing. Yeah, that's fair.
Dude, so I get these like panko chicken breasts from Costco that like are good in the fryer, and then I get the croffles too, which is like that croissant waffle, and then I just put maple. It's incredible. It's one of my favorite things.
A croffle sounds wild.
Croffles are incredible. Yeah, it's so good. And then like I have chicken too. I'll just make my own chicken and croffles. Fantastic.
We should do an episode that's a weird food deep dive.
No.
It can be good or bad.
We could do like a weird food something. I don't know where I was going. Shut up. Your turn.
Okay.
Weird food ratings, what do we call it? What do you call it? Drive-through critique. Yeah, we could do a drive-through critique of like weird foods.
I'm down. Fact checker, would you mind typing that into the episode idea thing so that I'm not clicking around?
Yeah, use our Discord channel as a vision board for us.
Yes. Just somewhere so that I can add it later. What should you say to a person that knocks on a public toilet door while you are doing your business?
Come in.
There's room on my lap. If I open my legs and you sit there and then you poop between my legs, we could poop at the same time.
There's no other answer to that question.
Okay, you know what?
Wait, no. There's a couple.
There's fuck off.
Not without a warrant is a good one. She's not home is another good one.
I like to say housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
It's not ready yet is another good one.
Yeah.
What's your order number?
Oh,
there's other ones. I think come in is still the best. Though.
A guttural scream. Just full out screaming.
Nah, that's expected.
Is it?
If I
knock
restroom,
on a toilet door and somebody screams bloody murder, I've now shit my pants. What?
I mean, I've been over this so many times. If I'm in a public restroom going to the bathroom, something terrible has happened.
Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot.
And
if you're shitting in public, the world's ended.
I mean, I feel like everybody talks about how like public restrooms always smell bad, truck stop bathrooms smell bad, and that's because nobody wants to poop there in the first place. People are pooping there because it's an emergency and they have to.
And therefore, they shit on the walls.
Nobody makes the conscious decision to fucking shit at the Chevron 100 miles away from any city. They have to, and that's why it smells bad when you go in there.
Because it's full of regret and disappointment.
Yeah.
Fuck. Have you ever experienced that thing where, fuck, you don't use public restrooms, so probably not? Maybe perhaps in somebody's...
I have a couple times.
Have you ever experienced or watched somebody who goes up to a bathroom door, jiggles the handle, realizes it's locked, waits like 30 seconds, because obviously they're in fucking crisis, goes back and jiggles the handle again, like hoping that they fucked up the first time?
Like I teleported away now?
Yeah. Like
I snuck past you like a ninja on the ceiling?
Yeah, exactly. I just crawled away, slithered out the door.
It's more common for women, because for men, we just go to the urinal and then we leave. Like, women actually have to sit down. And
I've had this experience less in like a stall setting and more in when you have like a single bathroom that gets locked. So it's like both genders. It doesn't matter.
The fact that we even have grouped bathrooms again is bonkers to me. All stalls, just cut that stall into a fucking personal bathroom.
Yes, that's how everybody else does it. Catch the fuck up, US.
Yeah, it's insane that and then because we've chosen this weird backwards ass fucking way to do it, now we get mad about whose penis is where. It's stupid. Yeah. And again, my biggest problem is I don't know. My biggest issue is that people care in the first place. Why do you care?
Yeah. Also, I was gonna be like, toilets aren't gendered, and then I went, except for maybe urinals, and then I was like, no, there's female urinals in Korea. I don't really know how to use one, but they're there.
Oh yeah, the ones that are like a urinal, but like taped to the bottom instead, like still pointed up. They're like holes, like.
No, Japanese, that's not what I was talking about, but I do know what you're talking about.
Japanese like urinals, like they're like, yeah, it's a squat toilet, but it's like it looks like a urinal was just like pushed over onto the floor, and that's just it. Yes,
there are those, but I'm talking about like in a bus stop in Korea. This is specifically where my brain is going. There's like an actual wall, like 3 wall urinals that look like urinals that have not been pushed over. They are upright.
Do you fucking just like get up on it? Like,
dude, I don't know. I wanted in the least weird way possible to like run into somebody while they were using it, because I was like, I don't understand. I don't get this. Wild. It never happened though, so I have no fucking clue what was going on. And I'm sorry, fact checker, your dad does this jiggle thing to lock doors so often that a random person painted him doing it?
Found a painting of him doing it? What?
What the fuck?
What? What?
It's the most insane thing I've ever heard. Hold on. We need to focus on this. My dad always goes to the wrong door at this one restaurant. My brother randomly found a painting of him doing it. Do you mean like in your house he found a painting of him doing it? Or like at this restaurant between the bathrooms there's a painting of your father going in the wrong door?
What do you mean at a random house, fact checker? This painting's at a random house? Man, you gotta rethink your life when you hit this point. Is the phrase "your body, my choice" a threat of violence?
Yeah.
I meant to ask this in one of the previous No Stupid Questions when it was technically more relevant. I mean, it's still relevant now, but yeah. It's when, you know, all of the fucking incels were like saying "your body, my choice" because Trump won and I don't know stuff. It's stupid. It's why it's on No Stupid Questions.
I'm going to go with yes, because I think if you're saying it, you're a fucking asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, unless you're saying it sarcastically or ironically in some way, shape, or form, perhaps less of a yes, but, yeah, no, fuck off.
I mean, incels, they have a certain ideology in mind, so most of the things they say about women in general is usually just a threat of violence.
Look, your body, my choice. I'm going to hit you with the 2x4. How about that? How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Hey, Gamage.
Yes.
If the U.S. government decided they wanted to eliminate me this instant and they knew my location, how long would it take?
5 to 10-ish minutes, I would say.
I think it depends on where you live.
Yeah.
Because I think it depends on how big of a threat you are. Like, if you're a massive threat and they decide they want to eliminate you, like 10 fucking minutes, a plane's flying over, bombs are dropped, you're gone.
Well, the assumption is, like, the government wants to kill me. How fast would they do it? Like, this is the government being like, we got to do this lickety-split. Let's fucking just jam it out. Order a drone strike, find the nearest drone at the nearest military base. So I would say half an hour at the latest.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, like, I would agree with you. Half an hour is the longest. 5 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes is probably the shortest, depending on where you live.
Because this is like they're going fast. They don't need to get they don't need to get the orders together. They could just fucking just do it.
Yeah, it's literally like somebody walks down and goes, "Let's go," and that's the clock starts.
How come married couples never get bored of each other? After being together for 20 plus years, surely you'll run out of things to talk about and know everything about each other. There's only so much we can afford to one person, so I don't know how they do it. What's the secret?
Okay. Genuine answer?
I have opinions about this.
Yeah. You live like a whole life every day inside your own brain that this person isn't aware of. So, like, there are things to talk about frequently that are new and interesting. People also forget shit about their life until it's prompted. Side note on this exact subject, because it came up this morning. My friend Josh was on a road trip with his wife, and he was like talking to her about something and missed their exit, and it added 2 hours to their drive. And his brother was like, "Hey man, at least you guys have been married for 30 years and you get so into talking that you do things like miss your exit instead of just hating each other in silence."
I like how you, in the first part of that, I don't care about the second bit at all. It doesn't mean anything to me, and I hate you for it.
Okay.
But the first part, you stumbled onto my point, is that I consider like a lot, and you do too. Like you've even said it in previous episodes, where like Brittany and I are like a unit, where you consider us like one person. You say one thing to one, the other one's gonna pick it up too.
Yeah.
So like everybody just kind of Brittany Gamage, it's one person right there. So I see it as the same kind of thing. And on that note, do you still think to yourself at all? Do you still like have thoughts in your brain and think about things and like, oh, what would I do if this? Oh, well, I wonder what kind of food I should eat. Like thoughts narrating your day, same thing. There's just another person there. So like every day you're living your life. Every day that you're living your life, there's new experiences. So your brain is still having thoughts. You and your significant other are gonna share in that.
Yeah, exactly. You're an independent human being.
Yeah.
Just because, I expect that the information that I funnel to Brittany gets funneled to you doesn't mean that you guys don't have different opinions about it.
Sure, but like I'm more talking about like the way this person like questions it, like surely you'll run out of things to talk about, but it's like, yeah, but your brain knows you, so your brain would run out of things to think about because it's you. I think that's using the same logic of like being in a relationship where it's like you don't run out of things because you're still living and experiencing every day.
Yeah. Yeah, you exist.
Saying things to Brittany is basically like the same as like thinking sentences to my brain. It's just sharing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just thinking out loud with a different backboard.
But without Ed Sheeran, because that song sucks dick. God, there was like a year we went to like there was like a whole year we went to like 8 weddings and each one of those had the fucking same Ed Sheeran song. Fucking get some
everybody
originality.
Was so hard for Ed Sheeran. There are also objectively of Ed Sheeran's stuff way more romantic songs to get married to.
Yeah, I mean, there's also just better songs by Ed Sheeran. In general, you're right. Yeah, but
in life, there's better songs.
Honestly, like if we had heard "Come as You Are" by the New Respects like earlier before we got married, I feel like that would have been our first dance song because it's so good. That's my recommendation. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye, and we're done. Fuck off.
The New Respects is an awesome band. "Come as You Are" is like the perfect like slow dance with your honey song. It's fucking phenomenal. But like we hadn't known that the New Respects existed at the time, so we just went with Florence and the Machine's cover of "Stand By Me," which is also an incredible choice, and not fucking Ed Sheeran. Sorry, I just keep going on rants about singers. I have nothing against Ed Sheeran, unlike that other guy, Mike Mayer. I forget his name because I hate him so much. I got it all out of my head, and I don't care. But Ed Sheeran's a good guy, and his music doesn't suck in the way that Bill Maher does. Oh, sorry, Bill Maher is a different person. Also an enormous tool. We got to move on, please.
No, I was just going to let you keep floating. Just keep basking in whatever the fuck you're doing. All right, Gamage. This is my final question for our episode.
Sure.
You will be carrying the team from here.
Okay.
If someone gets their period in space, does it just stay up there and float around until they come back down and it all comes out at once? Oh my God. Hold on. I need to read you their description because it's hilarious. I'm actually serious. Please answer. I'm so curious. I have a vagine. I just don't know how it works in space. I've never been there.
Is this Katy Perry?
The first answer is so good. Gimage, the body pushes it out. Cramps are uterus muscles contracting and pushing out blood and uterine lining. And they responded with, "Aw, like a squid in space." That's so wholesome.
What?
Whoever this poster is, I love all of it.
An awful collection of words that.
Jesus. Hold on, it gets better. The next comment is, "How do I delete someone else's comment?" And the comment after that is the original poster going, "You can't, space squids are coming for you." Oh, fuck. They for sure write fan fiction.
I mean, it's got to be like, it's weird that we're like periods are, what would happen to periods, but like same thing with pee and poop. How'd that work in space? Same thing. Muscles push.
Yeah, they push it out. And then it floats around at you. I love that astronauts have to use like a weird vacuum toilet. I don't think I could shit into a vacuum. Like if I sat down and something suction cupped me to a seat and was just constantly sucking, I don't know if I could perform under those circumstances.
Honestly, that would probably make my job a lot easier. Like especially like if I just get like a tube and just shove it up my ass and just suck the whole thing out.
All right, so you want a vacuum butt plug for Christmas?
I do, yes.
Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
All right. Sold, I guess. Done.
All right. Now, this question is very irrelevant to one we just did and talked about. Do surgeons wear diapers during long surgeries?
I don't think so.
That's not a fun answer.
I think they just
I don't know. Maybe.
Wouldn't you just take a break and go to the bathroom? Or do you?
Absolutely,
No.
yes.
Well, no, fuck. I guess there's surgeries where
When
they
you
really
work at
can't take a
McDonald's,
break.
you don't wear diapers if you're working a full like 8-hour shift at McDonald's. You take fucking a break and a lunch.
Yeah, well, I mean, there has to be rotating teams because the likelihood of your hands holding up for that entire like a 16-hour surgery, I feel like isn't strong. I don't know. How do surgeons work?
They don't close the McDonald's down for breaks. Same thing.
I feel like I have a lot of weird expectations for
I've got a
this due to every doctor show that has ever existed. I'm like, do they stand there for 16 hours? There's no way. That's negligent. You could kill somebody.
I mean, you work long shifts, and yeah, that's just kind of how they are. Like doctors have to get on a weird sleep schedule that like they do the Batman sleep schedule where they like only sleep 3 hours at a time, like multiple times in the day to kind of get a whole number up. But yes, they do work in teams. Thank you, fact checker. There are pics of doctors sleeping in the corner while another one keeps working. Yeah.
I'm just picturing because you have to have like a sterilized field. There being like a whole bed and book that's sterilized so you can, get nice and cozy. You take a nap. When the fuck did rant in between strokes come up?
It's because I was talking about John Mayer and Ed Sheeran and how they're different, but like kind of the same.
Ah, okay.
Because I was fucking approaching that beast again.
Getting dangerously close.
Speaking of music, let's talk about music.
Let's do it.
Last week you recommended.
I rectal mended.
You repaired my butt. It was something I needed greatly.
That was actually a surgery I took a nap during, but I didn't have anybody replace me. I just kind of fell over and passed out.
You actually didn't
for a
do
little
anything. Like it was like a normal shift at Staples. You clocked in and you fucked off, and then like at the end you're like, job done, and I went, all right.
Hey, I applied super glue. I didn't do nothing. I did very little.
Anyway,
but I didn't do nothing.
Last week's recommendation, you recommended Chloe the God.
Yeah.
Very good. A little slow, but I did really like it. She's very soulful. I really enjoyed Bless Your Heart. It was really, really good. But I do like the differences in her songs of like slow and fast. Like her faster, higher energy songs are like Blink-182 postmodern punky.
Yeah,
kind of
they've got kind of a vibe.
Yeah, it's definitely like all over the place, but in a good way.
Mm-hmm. No, I like when artists can switch it up.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Gamma Rabbit list number 17 is I'm recommending Love Cat. She's an alt rock artist who has 4 songs. I recommend Matador and He's My Man, but you may as well just listen to the other 2 while you're there.
I actually already have Matador saved as a song.
Oh, dope. He's My Man is really good too.
Which one did you say? He's My Man?
Yeah, He's My Man.
Okay.
It's a little slower than Matador, but I really like both of them.
I did not listen to your artist pick of the week because my whole week's been a shit show, as is the rest of my life, clearly. Yeah, I know. So contrary to how I normally like to perform on this show.
You're usually on top of this.
Yeah, being prepared, listening to your music. Really, I'm the better co-host 90% of the time. You know?
90%, yeah.
Yeah. You make up the other 10%. Normally I carry the team. Have you ever recommended Samara Sin?
No, I have not.
Because I was listening to her and I was like, is this somebody that Gamage showed me? Or is this... Because
I don't think so. It doesn't sound familiar.
I came across one of her songs and then went to go like down the rabbit hole of listening to a bunch of her music and was like, oh, I already have like a bunch of her songs saved. So I'm gonna recommend Samara Sin, spelled Samara space Cyn. But her songs, Sinner, Pop in Olive, which is by Samara Sin and Sherwin, And then there's a see-through remix with Amelia Moore, Coco Jones, and Absolutely.
None of these are sparking anything. Like all of these sound different.
And Magnolia Rain is the song, not the artist that was featured on the last song. But
Magnolia Rain does sound familiar though.
I mean, perhaps you have listened to that one. We'll find out.
There's a lot of songs that like I'll listen to and I know, but then like the artist goes away. Like there's this artist that I started listening to recently. Like there's a playlist where Brittany and I have, well, it's just like Lady Gaga's Mayhem, but also M.A., who's really fantastic. But this other girl who sounds like Lady Gaga, I forget her name. Is it Dove Cameron or some shit? But she sang for Descendants, I think, but there's one. I listen to it like almost every day. I still forget her name. I don't know where I was going with that.
All right. Well, yeah, she's like pop hip hop rap, so
Samara Sin.
So check her out.
Oh, spelling, yes. Lovecat is Luvcat.
Yes, not to be confused with the Love Cats. Different.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. If you liked what you heard or you just fucking hate us, please like and subscribe on whatever your most podcasting place is. If you want to talk about a thing or you want to ask us a stupid question, or if you want a video I have of Gamage pooping into my vacuum, please email us at whtpah@gmail.com. That's whoopah at gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at We Have That Podcast at Home, or follow us on WHTPAH whoopah on Blue Sky.
I wanted to thank me for the use of our theme song, Battlestar Galactus Swing, off of the album announcing the new color, Blorrained, and it's available at Castle Belmont.
And next week we will be tackling the illustrious and fine art of I just really wanted to carry that one out. It's true crime, bitch! You cursed us because you pointed it out last time that we haven't gotten it in a while.
We could do true crime.
We're capable. We could do it.
Yeah. I
just don't wanna. I've been off friend Rachel, and this has been We Have That Podcast at Home. See you later, Skater.
Stupid.